It's your boy Benoit, Conflict of Sports checking in.
What's happening, Baker? Conflict Sports.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we gotta introduce. Well, he not with us tonight, but we gotta officially welcome my boy Eazyana as the newest member of Conflict of Sports.
Right.
Not with us tonight. You know he got some things going on, but he's officially a member now.
Roger that.
So a few topics we got for y'all tonight. We're gonna talk about Lavar Ball and Lamelo Ball, a little controversy right there. The NFL playoffs with the Super Bowl, Steph Curry breaking Reggie Miller record. We're gonna talk about Dustin Poirier over Conor McGregor, and we're gonna talk about the fight that's coming up with Ryan Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao. So, first off, let's dig into the playoffs. I'm gonna start with that first.
All right.
Championship weekend. Buffalo and Kansas City. I said Kansas City was going to win by a field goal, but obviously they won by more than a field goal.
Yeah, I think I had picked Buffalo.
They won by. Nah, you picked Kansas City.
I did?
Yeah.
All right. I think I was going back and forth. All right. Cool deal.
The only reason I had picked Kansas City for a field goal was because I felt like Buffalo could give them a good run for their money. But obviously, Kansas City played way better than Buffalo.
Yeah. I kind of thought Diggs was going to do his thing even more. But I mean, you're playing against the champion, so you can't really take too much from because it's practically the same team from last year.
Yeah, but Buffalo gonna be back though. They definitely gonna be back.
Yeah, definitely.
With them is not too much you could say, and a lot of and I was watching Stephen A earlier or yesterday, and he was talking about, a lot of people, everybody always talking about, the magic of Patrick Mahomes. But I think we all forget to mention the talent that's around him.
Oh, definitely. But I mean, you know how it goes though, it's a team though. So if you got a whole bunch of players around you that gel, then you're gonna do well, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I like that rhyme. Gel, do well. But because they have a lot of quarterbacks that have a lot of talent around them in the past that couldn't do nothing with them. So if you gel and you got a nice core foundation as far as what you're gonna do with that roster, and then they got a good coach. You can't knock the coach.
Yeah. You gotta have a coach that know what to do with those people. You know what I'm saying? You look at it, but you got Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? You got in the backfield, you got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, rookie LSU.
He's gonna be real good.
Le'Veon Bell. What is this? Darrell Williams, either Darrell or Damian Williams, the other running back. You got Tyreek Hill.
That boy, that's fast, man.
McCole Hardman, fast. Sammy Watkins, fast. That other wide receiver they got, Denard Robinson, fast. Then you got.
It's like them cats got a whole nother gear. Like they start running and just hit the overdrive, and look.
Then you got to deal with Travis Kelce, one of the best tight end, the top 2 tight end in the league right now. You got to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard offense to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they got a good defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have a solid defense.
Yep.
So they have a real well balanced team. So not to stay on them too long, So we're gonna go to Green Bay and Tampa Bay.
See, with that one, man, I really couldn't really. I was at work for that when we had it on, but I didn't get to really watch it like I wanted to. So I can't really go into depth on how everything went. I was just peekabooing in and out on it.
Yeah.
Uh, for the most part, though, I'm not gonna lie, dog. I thought Green Bay was about to pull it off. If I'm not mistaken, Green Bay was leading, and Tom came and they just pulled away, huh? Did Green Bay
Man,
have the lead at the time, or they was down by a touchdown or something like that?
down. They were down by a touchdown.
Because it was
Um,
close, and I was like, all right,
it was
all right.
close. It was close. Um, and Tampa Bay scored a touchdown right before halftime, and they
Okay.
went up. They went up. They went
Didn't
up
they
two.
score a touchdown like off an interception or fumble or something like that? Like a short field touchdown?
Uh, man, but I know
I can't sit here and lie and say I watched it. I didn't catch it all like I
I was
wanted
I
to.
was I was watching the game, but I wasn't watching the game.
I got
Like
you.
I had the game on, but it's like I wasn't all the way focused on the game. But for the most
Yeah.
part, that touchdown that Tampa Bay scored right before halftime, that was huge because now they went up 21-10 at halftime,
Mm-hmm.
and Green Bay, in the second half, Tom Brady threw three interceptions, and Green Bay couldn't capitalize off of them interceptions.
I definitely knew about that,
They
that's key. If your offense is not productive, then I mean something like that, you gotta at least get 9 points out of that. You know, nine points would have been good for him just off of those three.
there's a lot of things that went wrong in that game. It looked like most of the game seemed like the referees was just letting them play through most of the game, and then you had that big flag in the fourth quarter with like less than 2 minutes in the game left. You get a big flag thrown, at that part of the game, and so in those situations, man, when you've had a whole game pretty much where the referees are letting a lot of stuff get by, and then you throw a flag in a big moment like that, in a big game like that, that's crucial. But also, even before that, um, I think there was some bad coaching. Instead of going for a field goal, I think you got Aaron Rodgers. You should go for it on fourth down instead of going for a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's multiple reasons. I feel that Green Bay should have won this game and could have won this game, but they didn't.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you can't, and that's not taken away from Tampa Bay because they defense played good. They had they caused a few turnovers. Um, they capitalized off of turnovers. Um, you know, Tom Brady was Tom Brady. Can't take that. You can't take that from him. You know.
I mean, for the most part, he did what he was supposed to do. You
You
know,
know.
and that goes, but that goes for us too. They you could say we won throughout the season or whatever, but he did what he's supposed to do, and it was when it meant something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they coming off a wild card.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a wild. They come from
Yeah.
wild card playing up to so. I
Yeah.
mean, that's an accomplishment right there.
Yeah. And man, look, man, I'll be blunt. You know what I'm saying, man. I've never hated this guy, man. I've always respected Tom Brady. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Never once hated him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's just situation. There's just times and situations where it just seems like things are twisted in a way for him to succeed sometimes. like for instance, um, before the NFL season even started, um, and it came out that Tom Brady was signing to Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
The Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
No team hosting the Super Bowl has never played in the Super Bowl in their home stadium
Yeah.
ever. So for me, before the season started, in the back of my mind, I had that laughing thought like,
He about to
man,
do. He about to do what they about to do.
the NFL gonna figure out some kind of way to make Tom Brady the first player to make the Super Bowl as the hosting team
But you
to play
can't
in the
really say
Super
that
Bowl.
though, Cole. I don't think it was no
But
future stuff.
that's just like that was a laughing thought opinion that I had.
Yeah, I'm about to say that you can't knock that because if you say that, and like I said, I'm a Saints fan. If that is even proven to be what happened, and if that is what happened, then the theory about New Orleans making it to the Super Bowl because of Katrina to spark the city back up. And I don't think
And
nobody
only
gave us that because we was
and,
busting heads that year. So I don't
but,
even
but
take that
and
like that.
the only flaw with that one is we won the Super Bowl 4 years after Katrina.
But New Orleans wasn't popping like it was after the Super Bowl. New Orleans was back up and running in, but after the Super Bowl, that was like the city was back. Like that boy Bourbon Street shook up. Like everything really kind of benefited from that because now, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because Bourbon
Yeah,
Street, if I can remember, I think Bourbon Boy was retarded on Bourbon Street for the Super Bowl when the Saints won the Super Bowl.
yeah,
They showed their camera. Just like when LSU had one, or when Alabama had one against LSU, or vice versa. I can't remember which one. It was crazy. So Bourbon Street
yeah,
gonna benefit off of that when them games out there and shit,
yeah. Oh yeah, oh
or
yeah.
when they not out there as a home team. But
But
I
like I
feel what you're
said,
saying though.
for me, it was just a laughing. It was just a thought and opinion because there are moments that they have been there. There's been moments, man, where it's like, wait, how is this guy getting away with so much stuff? And maybe it wasn't him, and maybe it's just the team that he was on, and they were getting away with. They were
He got
getting
some
away with
talent
so much
around him now.
stuff. So so for
He
me,
got some
it's just
talent.
a matter of it's just an opinion, but when you sit back and think
Yeah.
about it, you really have to look at it and be like, what's the better storyline for the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
But and another storyline you can look at also is, okay, people are already calling Patrick Mahomes the next GOAT. So you can look at this Super Bowl matchup as the GOAT passing the torch to the next GOAT.
Mm,
Because a lot of people are already putting Patrick Mahomes in which is still early. He's young. He's still young. But there's a lot of people putting him in the GOAT conversations already.
I wouldn't do that too early for that.
I wouldn't do it neither because he's still young and it's too early.
It's not even about him being young. He only got one Super Bowl, and he accomplished being a Super Bowl. Cool. That's like a top priority. That's accomplished or whatever. But as far as being in a GOAT conversation right now,
Yeah,
he gotta break more records with
yeah.
that one Super Bowl. I'm good with that being one Super Bowl and being a GOAT, but you gotta shatter all other records for that. You gotta like
Yeah. And
the playing field gotta go.
he, he's the youngest quarterback to make it to 3 straight championship games.
Yeah. Yeah, because the first one they lost against
New
whatchamacallit,
England.
Yeah, yeah,
First one he lost to New England.
yeah. So, I mean, that's gonna be a good game. Now, the only thing I can say, bro, and is it's not lopsided, but I hope they come. I hope the Buccaneers come to play because that's a young team. They about to play.
They will.
They about to play
If
raw energy.
anything,
You know what I'm
if
saying? They
we
come and play
know,
raw energy.
yeah. But if we all know one thing, a Tom Brady team will be prepared to play.
Yeah, but it's also a proven fact too. He can come prepared to play, but if you want to look at it from the quote unquote eye opener, I'll say, of the whole
Yeah,
subject, one quarterback never lost in the Super Bowl before. The other has.
but he's only been to the Super Bowl one time.
But still though, so he doesn't have that feeling of losing. So his mind frame and how he coming at it, he might be on go. Tom gonna play it from a more strategic type of thing. But if he throw 3 picks against them, they're not winning.
Yeah,
So you see what I'm saying? So it's trial and error because I can't say they're gonna
yeah.
blow you. I don't know who gonna win. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who gonna win, but I'll put my chips on Kansas City though. That's what I'm running with.
Yeah, that's even though I still have my own little narrative thoughts on what could happen. I'm still going with Kansas City because um I just think they have too much weapons. Like they have too much on offense. Um, Tampa Bay have offensive weapons too. You know, I can't not look at that. You know, they have offensive weapons as well,
Right.
and they're playing at home. You know, they're playing at home for the Super Bowl.
But
So,
that's different though because it's not a Super Bowl crowd, so you can't really. That'd have been now if that was if they was playing last year and it was a Super Bowl with like without the COVID and all that. Oh, hands down, I was gonna pick Tampa Bay because you can't beat that crowd. They probably would have sold out that whole stadium.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know that's
definitely,
home and you got the crowd and you win. Oh,
definitely,
there's no way. But it's
definitely.
not gonna be
But
like that.
but
That's raw
that
football. They gotta play raw football.
and that's I think that's what made it easier for a lot of teams this season was they could really just go out there and play football.
They ain't gotta worry
Uh,
about no real crowd noise. They got the little crowd noise for the TV's sake, but
yeah,
as far as like crowd noise, that's not the same.
yeah. But yeah, my pick for the Super Bowl is Kansas City in a close game. Um, like I said, it's Tom Brady passing the torch to Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Right. All
and
right.
I think that's it for that one. Let's talk about Steph right quick, breaking Reggie
Uh,
Miller
let's
record.
let's talk about stuff. I mean it's a great accomplishment. Um, I'm a little bit more old school than pretty much new school as far as when it comes to certain players. I already knew when Steph was shooting how he was shooting. I knew he was gonna pass Reggie. That's a no brainer because I look at it like this: if the 3 point if the 3 pointer was such a push offensive weapon back then he would still be chasing Reggie Miller record. It wasn't
Oh
all
yeah,
about it wasn't all about 3 pointers. So by him passing it, it's a great accomplishment to me, in my opinion. Does that make him better than Reggie Miller? Well, again, me personally, I would say no, that he not better than Reggie Miller as far as the shooting, because back then it was about the post. You know what I'm saying? The 3 point shot came when it came, you had to make it do what it do. Other than that, it's
yeah,
going down low to your big man. So
yeah,
again, and again, I mean, he still got a lot of more years left in him. I think he like what it was 6, 7 years left that he got over. I mean, he broke it. like the time frame. I think Reggie Miller played
Yeah,
18 seasons or something like that, and he not even
yeah.
close to 18 seasons. So
And like you know what I'm saying, like you said, back in the old the you know the old era, you know what I'm saying, the 3-point shot wasn't as important.
right,
So teams wasn't relying on the 3-point shot. It
right.
was a mid range game.
Hmm.
So so yeah, definitely. If the 3-point shot was important like it is now, when Reggie Miller and Ray Allen was playing, yeah, he would definitely still be chasing their record.
Definitely, and I
Um,
can automatically tell you, Jordan would have had way more 3-pointers because his three was wet too. Now his mid range. MJ later on, his mid range was unstoppable, but as far as
yeah, but
3-pointers
he
too, he
wasn't.
hit them threes too.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
he definitely didn't rely on his three.
right,
Most of his scoring was in the post and mid range.
right, right, right.
Um, so yeah, definitely, it's still a good accomplishment. It's still a good accomplishment for Steph. Um, and honestly, I feel the way the 3-point shot is shot now. Um, by the time Steph retire, uh,
He damn near probably gonna double them numbers, man. Whatever Reggie got is gonna be times two for sure
his,
if he keeps shooting
uh,
like that.
yeah, I think he might. I know he'll get close to Ray Allen's number before the end of this season.
Oh, yeah. I'm just
He'll
saying
get,
though,
he'll get close.
he live by die by the three.
So by the time he retire, I think Steph will have, yeah, his number will be double um Reggie's and Ray Allen's by the time he retired. And
And that's some shooters right there. So I mean, at the end of the day, that's a great accomplishment, like I said. But for me to say, and I take that back, I'm not gonna say he's not better than Reggie Miller. But
'cause
I just remember
he's more
Reggie
he's
was
more
doing shit
athletic.
that he ain't really doing. Like
Yeah,
Reggie
he's
was
he's
actually
definitely
that 3-pointer when he was shooting that 3-pointer in them big games, he was making people like damn, like we was up by this. This dude then
yeah,
shot all these 3-pointers now. Like that's how I look at it now. Steph shoot the three. That's normal to me with him because that's what he ride or die by.
yeah, yeah. And
So
Reggie Miller is the one who started the 4-point play. Reggie Miller is
yeah,
really started that. He shoot the
like he
three,
was the one that make it.
and
Yeah,
kick
make
kick
you
that
foul. Right, right,
ball. So
right,
everybody get that from Reggie Miller.
right. That pump fake was deadly with him. He pump fake you. You jump up. He jump right into you and make the three.
Yeah,
That look, hey, I'm telling you now, if you would have taken Reggie, nah, a lot of people gonna go against this, but let's just say the game was now how I mean the game back then was how it is now. You can imagine Reggie Miller not being able to beat Jordan and then go link up in New York with Patrick Ewing.
oh
You see what I'm
man,
saying? Like a lot of stuff with him because they was just one piece away from beating Jordan. Jordan wasn't really blowing them guys out like that. They was meeting up with them. You know what I'm saying? Scottie Pippen was doing this thing against the Knicks, but you throw Reggie Miller on the New York Knicks with Patrick Ewing and them boys, man. That's a whole nother team now.
yeah, yeah. Now
They wasn't no scrubs.
can't forget. Um, Indiana was the better team in when it was 97 or 98 when they played in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I don't remember the conference.
Indiana Indiana was the better team that year.
What was that? What was the X factor in that game? Who was the X factor in that game for Bulls?
Oh,
Now Rodman, huh?
I can't remember. I just know it was Indiana was actually the better team that year, but the Bulls, because Indiana was leading the series. Indiana
Okay.
was leading the series, but The Bulls dug deep. MJ, Pippen, they dug deep and took that series. So a lot of times it's not necessarily the Bulls were the better team in every series.
Mhm.
And because in that instance, Reggie Miller team was the better team that year.
I got you.
So but like I said, man, at the end of the day, it's still a big accomplishment for Steph. Um, and it's just he's breaking records at a record-setting pace
Yeah.
because of how he does shoot the three.
Yeah.
Um, you you definitely have you know you gotta practice a lot. You know, he practices those shots a lot.
Yeah.
So, but for that one, yeah, it's not too much it's not much more you could say on that one because it's Steph. That's
Right.
Steph.
Right.
He
Most definitely.
Steph Steph taking about 12, 13 threes a game.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying though. And you can imagine if he hit you could sit there and say, okay, he shoot 13 threes, right? If he was to just go 13 for 13, that's damn near 40 points right there.
Yeah.
Just off a 3-point. Let's just say one night he say that I'm gonna go 100% from 3-point. He shoot 13 of them. That's 40 points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Off of 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but yeah, man. So next one, man, we're gonna jump in, man, and we're not gonna stay too long on that one. Because I still want to get into two other topics before we shut down. But I just want to go into the whole Lavar saying that Lamelo is mad that he's coming off the bench.
Okay. How you feel about that?
My only problem with that is and he before I get into it, Lavar has been kind of he hadn't been saying too much about Lamelo as much as he did Lonzo. He kind of letting Lamelo do his thing. But my problem with that one is I feel like you still putting Lamelo in a bad place with his team by coming out and saying that Lamelo is mad that he's coming off the bench. Man, this a young dude, man. He's a rookie. He's trying to prove himself to everybody. He's trying to prove himself to his teammates. Being a team player. He trying to earn his stripes.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes look, man, I know LeVar being a dad, sometimes he may not mean any harm,
Mm-hmm.
but it is harmful because he said, every time he says something, it takes the attention away from his sons. And like I said,
I disagree. I disagree with you because
in this instance, man, like I said, the only that's my only problem with this one is I feel like that's putting LaMelo in a bad spot with his teammates, by him coming out saying, "Oh, LaMelo is mad that he's coming off the bench."
no, I don't think. See, I got a different take on it. I disagree with you with that because I don't think he was saying. I don't think he was saying that verbatim. His son came to him and told him that. I think you're overlooking it. I think he's saying that I know my child, and he's not happy coming off the bench because I know my child. And what he's saying is, but LaMelo is not going to say nothing. So to me, that's him just pretty much telling them like pretty much I know my child. But he's not gonna say
But
nothing because if he come out and say something about it, then that's where the problem is gonna come in. So by him saying he's not gonna come out and say nothing, he's just gonna grind it out and show y'all I'm supposed to have that spot. That's more respect to him because now everybody looking at it. Okay, so we know he don't like coming off the bench. What he gonna do about it? And every time they put him in, he do something about it.
that's still something. Even if he didn't tell his dad that that's how he's feeling, that's still not something he should put out there because that's still putting Lamelo in an awkward situation.
How? Ain't nobody gonna guard him harder because he coming off the bench. Like
No,
he not coming off and saying my son is the best player on that team. I know he shouldn't be coming off the bench. Everybody else scrubs. He just pretty much saying I know my child supposed to start. I know he don't pretty much my son don't like coming in second, please. So he upset about that. Now, if he was coming out again, if he was coming and saying that and LaMelo wasn't performing, then I would be like, oh man, you tripping. You just doing that for cap. Like you throwing it out there, your son not even performing. That man coming, they put him in a game. He actually balling. So he
yeah,
to me, honestly, he really supposed to be in the starting lineup. But the X factor in that to me is that the way his daddy acted with the first brother, that's kind of putting eggshells on people throwing him in
yeah.
right now.
Well, but
But
I knew
that's
he
not.
wasn't gonna. I knew he wasn't gonna start because they already had two other point guards. So I knew he
Right.
wasn't gonna start. I knew he wasn't
Right.
gonna start right away.
And he don't even have to play point guard at his height. Like he don't need to be point guard. He could be a nice two because he can create his own shot. So he don't have to be the point guard. He
Yeah,
could play the two.
yeah,
He could play the two. So even with that, like they put this guy in rotation once they feel he ready because if you call yourself really competing for a championship, I think I'm not saying he's the X factor in them being a championship team, but I feel like he gives them a chance of winning a championship with
yeah,
somebody like him with his range.
yeah. Now, the one thing I can say about him is, um, regardless of whatever his father is saying in the media, he doesn't let it bother him. Uh, he just goes out. He goes out and still plays his game
Yeah.
rather than Lonzo. I think all that really. I think that all affected Lonzo in a lot.
It would have
You know,
affected the younger brother too, because you got to look at the way the daddy was coming out. He was using him as the brand. He was coming out with tennis shoes. He was saying his son needs this and that. So I don't think it was even about him making the comments about his son. It was more the pressure of everything around it. Now that everything out, the tennis shoes wasn't all the tennis shoes wasn't even 100% made, and he had to wear them. Like they
yeah,
had like X amount of tennis shoes, the extra. So when them blow out, they put another pair on. You got to think
yeah,
about that. Like there's a lot of stuff that came with that wearing the merchandise, going to these
yeah,
events. Not really. They was just pretty much trying to make him the forefront of what is now. I mean, it still worked. It paved the way for his brothers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then also, I didn't watch this show a lot, but I caught a couple of episodes to where he was telling the middle son, like, you really don't want to do this. You're lazy, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And that's probably the real reason he ain't on the team because he don't have the drive like the other two.
yeah.
You know
He
what I'm saying?
don't.
He might
He
be
don't. He
decent,
don't.
but he not on it like those two. Your first
He's the
child,
he's the he's the better shooter.
yeah, yeah.
He's
But
the
all
he's the
around,
way better. He's the better shooter.
I can find a good shooter anywhere. All I just need for you
Yeah,
to catch and shoot. Like that's not nothing to get a catch and shoot player.
yeah,
What you gonna do when you don't have no catch and shoot shot? You can't create your own shot. Ain't nobody gonna want you. You can't catch and shoot the whole game.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Steph don't catch and shoot the whole game. He catch and shoot and he create his own shot. Clay too.
yeah,
Clay create his own shot. Come off the catch and shoot. So even
yeah,
KD, like all the shooters that's in the NBA right now, You gotta be both. You gotta be catch and shoot and create your own shot. If you can't do both,
Yeah.
you're a 6 man for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, before we get off of that though, you know, look, man, the one thing, bro, I don't get it twisted. Like, I don't knock Lavar for being a dad. I see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock him for that. It's just there's sometimes, man, sometimes it's just like, okay, there's a time, and sometimes, man, you just gotta, okay, I did enough. Now let me not put so much, by me saying this, let me not put as much pressure on my boys because of things I'm saying in the media. So sometimes it's like, okay, it's cool to just be laid back in the, just chilling. You know what I'm saying, man? You got two sons in the league, the other son in the G League. It's like, okay, everything you before Lonzo got drafted, now you can really just be like, okay, it all paid off.
Mm-hmm.
It, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it probably did come off as like, okay, this dude's really just trying to live through his kids. Initially, that's really how it was coming off to a lot of people, by doing some of the things that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, don't get it twisted. I don't knock him for being a dad, being a black dad. He's proud of his boys. He did what he had to do to get his boys in the league. But I just feel that there's moments where he may say things that'll take the spotlight away from his sons and more on him. And then he's getting, at one point he got more media time than all his sons.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for me that's the only thing, man. At times it's like okay, you done did what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? You got your two boys in the league, two brothers drafted in the top three. You know, um, in their respective draft classes. Uh, your other son is in the G League. You pretty much got your wish.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time to just let them boys play. Let them focus on basketball. Because that's the one thing you don't want to do, man. You don't want to put your kids in a situation where something you say will affect their chemistry with their teammates. Because then his teammates might be looking at him like, oh, well, damn, this rookie is mad because he's coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that his teammates are looking at him that way, because obviously his teammates see that he's a skilled young player and he's a team player. But on another team, they may look at it that way, like, damn, oh, he feels some kind of way because he's coming off the bench, but he a rookie. So that's just how those situations can go. And that was just my input on it, my thought. Just some situations is like, okay, let me just chill in the cut now and let these boys just go out there and play ball and don't have to worry about what's going on in the media if their dad says something. So, but big ups to all them boys though. So let's next topic. Dustin Poirier over Conor McGregor. Oh, 337 boy. Northside Viking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dustin Poirier.
That was nice.
I didn't, I didn't watch the fight, but I seen all I needed to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compared to their first fight, you can tell that he fought more smart and technical in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
He basically wore out Conor McGregor's calf. He wore out his legs. He took his legs from him,
Mm-hmm.
and hey, that's once you take somebody's legs from him, that's it. You know, it's not much you can. There's not much you can do once your legs are taken from you.
Yeah. He literally took his legs from him.
Yeah, he broke it.
Yep. Yep.
He broke it. He broke his
Literally.
leg.
Literally broke it.
I listened to him talk. Um, I listened to him talk about it, and he's like he said, you know, the leg kicks that he was giving to Conor McGregor, he experienced those leg kicks before, so he knows how they feel. You know, and he said like, you know, in the calf, that pain, that all that pain don't really have nowhere to go. Like if, you know, like in your thigh, that pain could stretch out, but in your calf, that pain can't really go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have no leg. Your legs are gone. And he was the better boxer in the fight. Um, and I just think he was more prepared. He was more prepared. He trained better, harder. Um, and I think McGregor just had too much time out of the octagon.
Yeah.
Um, and I see he's kind of, you know, he's become more humble. Um, he's not that same McGregor that would talk
That
smack.
go getter, that cocky go getter.
Yeah, that's he's not that same McGregor. And I think if that McGregor would have showed up, it probably would have been a different fight.
Yeah.
Um, because I didn't see that McGregor, you know. Um,
Change. He got a family now. Like it that shit changes you, man.
well,
That's it.
he had the family when he was being the cocky fighter.
Nah, but now he got more. Like it's
No, I'll
the like
you want to
it's
know what happened? You
he
want to
got
know
more money. Like it's he
you want to
more
know?
like
You said the key word when he after he had the Floyd Mayweather fight and he got that big check, everything changed.
that's what I'm telling you. Like it's more like
It's not the same.
it's different now. Different. There's a lifestyle change and
You
everything.
know, after he had the Floyd Mayweather fight, he came back to UFC. He had the Khabib fight. He lost.
This is back to back losses for him.
No. He won his first fight that he came back because
I'm talking about back to back losses though, because he just lost to old boy. Then he
no
lost
no
to
no
this
no
one,
no.
right?
He won. No, the other fight he had before this one he won.
Oh, so
That was his
he
third.
lost one loss.
The first fight he had when he came back to the UFC, he won that fight.
No, that's what I'm asking you. So he won. So he lost back to. So what was the when did he had a fight
He
when old
won
boy
in
and them
two.
jumped the fence and beat up the trainer?
He in his last three UFC fights, he's 1-2.
So when the win came, if he won the first fight, I mean he lost the
No,
second
he
and the
lost.
third, right?
He lost the second. He won. He lost the first fight, and then he won the second fight back in the UFC, and he lost. And then he lost the third fight back, which was Saturday.
So who was the first fight he was with that he won or that he
when he
lost
came
by? The first fight he
when
lost.
was Habib. That's
That's
when
confusing, man. Let me go look that up.
when he came back to the UFC, he lost the fight to Habib.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he was talking about the man's family and religion and all that. Like that was the disrespectful Conor McGregor. And then he had a fight last year where he fought that dude named Cowboy, and he beat him in.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. I'm looking at it
He
right now.
beat him.
That was in January.
He beat him within like the first few minutes because he broke his nose with like 2 or 3 elbow shots to the nose directly to the nose. So he won that fight, and then he didn't have another fight until this weekend.
He still got a good record though, 22-5.
Yeah. He still got a good record. He still got a good record.
Yeah, when you fight again, because they're gonna have that fight again, they're gonna 3. That's gonna be a 3.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna run.
Yeah, they're gonna run it again. They said it after the fight. They're gonna do it again.
Yeah, that's a run back because now they got a tiebreaker.
But the next fight for him that he should do is another trilogy fight. I think him and Nate Diaz should fight. That they fought twice already, and they gotta end their trilogy. They have to do the third fight and end their trilogy.
That's good though. So he got a couple bags on the table that he could potentially get.
Oh yeah, definitely, and
because he over 20 fights, so he deserve it.
Yeah. And speaking of bags, the next fight, which is gonna be an exhibition, so it ain't gonna go against neither one of them record.
Yeah, that's just a check. That's a payday. Pacquiao gonna beat that boy, man.
And I think
Pacquiao gonna whoop that boy ass.
And Ryan Garcia know that, and I think that's why they doing just the exhibition, because it's not gonna go against his record.
Yeah, Pacquiao gonna work that boy body,
but in my eyes,
punch the fuck out of him.
In my eyes, that's gonna be a loss for him. And look, don't get me wrong, I like the little dude. He quick, he got some power. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good fighter.
Yeah.
But I think Manny Pacquiao will school him.
But you see, the thing that's gonna kill that for him, which is stupid for him, his management team chasing the bag. And what's gonna happen with this? I'm gonna tell you this, and you can put this on. You can stamp.
Tank don't want the fight. Tank already said he don't even want the fight no more.
Listen. I ain't even talking about Tank. I'm just talking. Let me talk. Listen. What's gonna happen is he gonna fight Pacquiao. Pacquiao gonna spank him. And now that's going to expose film to everybody else he's going to fight, because now they're going to know how to stop him.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he about to give people video and sparring footage to know how to beat him when they fight him. Because he's going to come back, his record going to be good, and then everybody going to go back to that exhibition and be like, this how Pacquiao whoop his ass. We're going to do the same thing to him.
Yeah.
And if he can't adjust from that,
he ain't
going to be good no more.
The only thing with that is they can't go in trying to fight like Pacquiao, because you got to remember one thing. They may not even be hitting hard like Pacquiao is. So he never been hit hard like Pacquiao gonna hit him.
If he would have fought Tank, he would have got hit hard.
Exactly.
He know who not to fight.
Exactly. And
he know who not, because Tank would have rocked him. I'm gonna tell you now, my money, I was waiting for that to come up. My money was going straight on my dog.
They both some young fighters, but I've watched a few of Tank fights, man, and I just think he is too strong for him.
And they're doing it the right way with him. Like they actually doing it the right way with him. Like they're not taking on. Like his fights are actually helping him. They're not taking a fight that they know. Like with Tank, they giving him the proper fights for what he can do and the best fighter for what stage he's at in his career. It's not like I'm gonna jump the gun like your boy Adrian Broner did. He jumped the gun. He jumped too high to where he was fighting people that he had no business in the ring with. because it wasn't time for that yet.
No, he AB didn't do that. AB just
He was in the wrong place. He fought the wrong person. Oh, you fighting the wrong code. You can't put no sugar on it.
He didn't
fight the wrong fighter.
He didn't fight the wrong. He didn't fight the wrong people. He just wasn't focused right. He just didn't go in. He did not focus on the fights like he should have because he was hanging with all the rappers and he wanted to rap. So he wasn't. His mind wasn't. He wasn't focusing on them fights like he should have. But I'm waiting for his comeback because he is coming back fighting. He's healthy. He's sober. He's not drinking no more. He's focused. So I'm waiting to see his first fight back in the ring and seeing that Adrian Broner before he was trying to be like Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, that boy was picking the wrong fighters. There's no way that boy is supposed to be in the ring with Pacquiao. That wasn't his fight, dog. That fight. That was a mismatch. Because again, when I seen that on paper, when I seen it was gonna fight, I already knew who was gonna win the fight. I don't give a damn what you did to them other people you're fighting. You're not about to come. That wasn't his. That.
No, I can't agree. I can't agree with you on that one because I think if he, hey bro, and he Adrian Broner tell anybody that his damn self, he wasn't focused like he should have for a lot of them fights.
So if he would have won that fight, you think he would have came out and said, "I beat him and I was in focus"?
That's the thing. If he would have won, he would have been focused.
But he didn't change nothing. Within a couple of fights, he was doing the same shit, but he was just whooping the ones that he was better than on paper for real. And when he turned over to them serious fighters, like I'm talking about them headhunters, he ain't changed nothing from them times. So how you gonna say he wasn't focused and he wasn't focused on some of the other fights?
He took it light. The Pacquiao fight, he took Pacquiao light. He took it lightly.
So what was so answer this for me. What was the difference between? Let me pull his stuff up and I'm gonna name the fighter because I got his face in my mind, but I can't think of his name. Hold on.
Marcos Maidana?
I knew he was gonna lose that fight. Hold on.
He definitely could have won that fight. He was just tripping in that fight. Because that dude was just swinging wild.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you now. Hold on. What that bitch name at, man?
But definitely, bro, when the dude is focused, bro, when his mind is focused,
yeah, you hit it. That was the right name. That Marcos.
Man, that dude, he could have won that fight. But that's another one. He joked around. He underestimated.
I look at it like this, because that dude was a dog, though.
Man,
that's not no lie. Now, when he fought Paul, I look at it like this. So he didn't change nothing. Let's look at them two fights. When he fought Paulie.
Now, Paulie is a good fighter.
I know, but he beat Paul. He beat that he beat Paulie, but at the same time, he did not change nothing from that fight with Paulie. That's when he was 27-0. He made 27-0 when he beat Paulie. From that fight all the way to that Sean Porter fight, ain't nothing changed. And what happened was the bitch got lucky. After he beat Paulie, he lost to your boy. He caught his head a little bit. He won 3 in a row after that. So with them 3, he was doing the same shit he was doing up until the Pacquiao fight. And then he ran into a headhunter. And he lost. Then he won 3 more. It's a pattern. He won 3 more doing bullshit, but he won 3 in a row. Then he ran into Mike. Mikey whooped his ass.
Yeah,
then the next fight, he like, oh. But then he say, all right, I'm a shake back because in his mind I took that loss, but I'm a shake back. Next fight was a draw, right?
No, he didn't fight. He
After
didn't
the
fight
draw,
again after Mikey. After Mikey Garcia, he didn't fight again yet.
so when he
That was
fought
his last
Jesse,
fight.
because Jesse was a draw,
Uh,
and he made 33. He became 33-3-1.
but no, Mikey Garcia was
After Mikey,
that was his
after he
last
lost
fight.
Mikey. Listen, I'm looking at the stuff now. It's a Mikey Garcia. He lost. He was 33-3. The 38 fight, it was a draw. Then he become 33-3-1. He lost as a draw. To me, a draw is a loss to me. You can't say you won. You lost. And then right after that was the Pacquiao fight. He lost again. And he never fought again. And that draw
No, he
was on
fought.
April 21st, 2018.
Wait. Oh no. No. I was thinking about somebody else that was fighting Garcia because it has been a while since Bruno fought. Uh,
Broner last fight was 2019. That ain't long.
it was
That's
just
not
it was
long
just
at all.
it was just in 2019.
Yeah, he fought Pacquiao January 19th, 2019. They whoop his ass. That's 2 years ago now. I
Oh
mean, if
yeah,
you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
count it
yeah.
now, but the next
Dang,
fight
I
I
didn't
want to
even.
probably cancel that. They probably canceled. They saying he's supposed to fight if he about to fight now. He about to fight February 13th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no. But as of right now, because I still follow AB. But he's definitely more focused now. Uh, like I said, man. He said he's sober now. He's not drinking anymore. Um, just his mind is clear now. So he's definitely way more focused now. Um, and I'm waiting to see. I'm anxious to see. You know what I'm saying? How he comes back in the ring. You know, because honestly, I still think the dude is one hell of a boxer. Like when he's in the ring and his mind is focused, man, the
Mm-hmm.
dude is he's a good boxer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boxer.
Oh, I never said he was trash. No, I never
But
said that.
I do think when he got into that trying to be like Floyd Mayweather type thing, I think that's kind of when he kind of started going on a decline because it's like now you trying to be like Floyd, but the difference is Floyd can talk trash with his box. With Floyd can talk trash with his opponents, but Floyd gonna back it up in the ring.
But a lot of people think Floyd be doing all that crazy stuff during training. That'd be pre-recorded. They just throw that in as like when you watching that
Exactly.
TV,
With
Floyd
Floyd,
party to get all that footage. Then he goes straight training, and then they throw that in there. They throw it in there. It's like he's doing all that. It's not all that one time. When he training, it's straight training, no drinking, no
exactly,
none of that.
exactly. And
So he
with
looking at it like, oh,
AB,
that's how you do that. Oh, I can do that. That's not how that
and with
works.
with AB was clowning around, going in the club, and then he want to go to the gym and train. No, you can't. You can't do that. You,
Mm-hmm.
you can't do that. So I think that's kind of when he had a little decline, and I kind of started giving him the sour eye because I was like, damn, dude, but, like
Yeah.
now you starting to look like a fool, man. You know what I'm saying?
Tank then took that
You in the
spot.
ring, you in the ring, you just got your ass whooped, and you standing in this ring talking about you won the fight, bro. You lost,
It's
bro.
all
You lost
losing.
this. You lost, and you saying that you won, but you lost.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, I'm definitely anxious to see his return. Um, to see how he does perform in his first fight because I do think he's a hell of a fighter. and he's still young. He just 30. He's still young.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
still got. If he keep his body right and stay focused, he easily can box for another 10 years, at least
Dude,
another 8.
the dude was a full. The dude was a 4 or 5 time champ.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
it's not like he don't have it in him. He just got to keep
exactly.
driving.
It's not like he don't have it in him.
Yeah.
He just got to be more focused. And
It was supposed to happen to where he was supposed to stay on his grind, and the big fight would have been Tank versus him. That would have been like the
big brother
no
versus
wait
little brother.
they in the same week. They're not in the same weight class, huh?
Um, yeah, I think
They in
so.
the same weight class.
I think so. That
But
would have
if
been
that was
like
the
big
way it's
brother.
supposed to happen, then that was supposed to be
That,
like when it's time. All right, come on.
that would have been big brother versus little brother.
Right,
Kind of,
right,
because they hang around with each other and stuff like that.
right, right.
And the other day I did see um old girl Clarissa Shields got a title fight coming up, which that kind of surprised me because she been training to go to MMA.
Yeah. I don't think she needs to
So
go over there. She need to go play with
so
them people.
so now she going back in the boxing ring for a championship fight.
I just hope she's straight. Because when you try to mix the two and your mind is set for certain things, like with
Yeah,
Connor with Floyd, it was in his mind. He
yeah,
went
but
to the boxing ring.
that was
No, but
more
I'm
about
saying
money than anything.
no, but still though, like he went
Yeah,
there with the boxing on his mind, but technically in his mind, when he sees something there, he wanted to naturally do an MMA move, and he had to
yeah,
catch himself like, oh wait, I'm boxing. So I hope that didn't
yeah.
mess up her mojo. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but see, the only difference is for her, she's a natural boxer, so it's not, she not gonna be trying to do no MMA move because
Right.
she's a natural. She's a boxer.
It's just off of how you train though, Cole. Your mind
Yeah,
can just easily like, you know what I'm saying? Like it not saying that she gonna go on that bitch trying to roundhouse somebody. It's just
yeah,
if like just put it like this. Let's say there's a move that she trying to train her mind for an MMA that she just practice. Where she might throw a
yeah,
combo and naturally might automatically, you know what I'm saying? Like just something like muscle
yeah. But
memory or some shit.
nah, she's definitely
Because they got a lot of
I
boxers
guarantee,
that was full-time boxers that's women
yeah,
that crossed over to MMA.
yeah. But I
So I mean,
guarantee
it's
you
not
she's back. But I guarantee you she's back training for boxing.
no. I'm not saying she's not training for boxing. I'm just saying when she was training with the MMA, if
Yeah,
like I just hope that that don't happen to her, like because that's possible.
yeah. And she was
It's
training.
very much
And
possible.
she was training with John Jones.
Yeah, that's a good
So
trainer.
she definitely had a good trainer.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
So
yeah.
definitely had a good trainer, man. And
What else you got? What else you got?
um man, that's all I had for us, man, for tonight, man. So I think
Right.
we gonna end it. We're gonna end it with that, man. And, I'll let you get the shout outs out tonight.
All right. Well, for sure. Before we even get to the shout outs, I want to say next week we're gonna have some shoes and fashion for y'all. They got a lot of hot kicks coming out. We can rate some older kicks. We gonna come up with something more creative. So we'll throw a little something in there. I got a few ideas up my sleeve, so it's gonna be
Yeah,
good. It's gonna be real interesting for the next ending of the or what just the next show period. I want to give a shout out to
yeah,
Trinity Treats. Get all your treats from Trinity Treats. Follow it on Instagram, Trinity_treats with a Z. Shout out to Chris, love Chris, CB3 and a basketball team. They start their tournament this weekend. Trying
oh
to win
shit,
the championship. Yeah, we're gonna try to win that championship. Um, Shout out to Dollar Lemonade, best lemonade in the area, if not the world. Who else we got? Who else we got? Shout out to Trucking Company for them twins. What's the name of it again?
Macho trucking,
Macho
my little
Trucking.
brothers.
Shout out to that Macho Trucking. You know what I'm saying? That's a good little trucking company too. You want to get something done? If they pulling around, they might stop by your house and pull it. You never know.
You
Oh,
know what I'm saying? We shout out our boy. You know, like I say, he not with us tonight, but you know, the newest member, Eazyana.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think definitely, you know, the next show, we definitely should have an interesting show for y'all for the next show. Um, it might not be too much of us talking
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the
But we're
next
gonna
show.
get it though. We're gonna
We
get it's
gonna,
gonna be
we gonna,
real good, real interesting, real laid back, real nice. You know what I'm saying?
and again, you know, anybody that watches, if y'all have any merchandise or products y'all want to promote, man, y'all get at us on you know, on our own accounts on Instagram, on Facebook. You
Right.
know, on Instagram you can get me, you know, at Mr. underscore October underscore Scorpio on Instagram. On Facebook, you know, you can find me because I just changed my Facebook name. On Facebook, man. You can get me at my Facebook name right quick, man.
That's
On
crazy. You
Facebook,
gotta go look at your Facebook name. You don't know what you name yourself?
yeah,
Let me go
man.
look.
I'm always changing my Facebook name. On Facebook, you can get me at Jacoby CJ Courtney on Facebook.
You got going on, cool man.
Man, I just be changing it up. I just change it up, you
Let me
know.
see what
Or y'all can get at us on Instagram on our page, Conflict of Sports on Instagram.
Roger that, Roger that. Well,
Check out
until next
y'all subscribe. Y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel also on YouTube, Conflict of Sports. Check us out on
definitely.
YouTube. Listen to us on
Instagram,
Spotify.
like you say.
Listen to us on Spotify, Tidal, Apple. What's the other? No, I think that's all of them.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
all of them.
YouTube.
Definitely think that's
So
all of them.
until next week, we're gonna holler at
Yeah,
y'all. Y'all stay safe out there and you wear your fucking
I'll let
mask.
y'all.
Baker.